Hello, and thank you for joining us. We are here with Dr. Carlos Cordeiro, Intel Fellow and Chief Technology Officer of the Wireless Connectivity and Solutions Group. We're going to deep dive into Intel's strategy with Wi-Fi technology and how we are leading the industry. I hope you've watched our Architecture All Access video on Wi-Fi technology. If not, a link to that video is in the description below. Make sure you check it out. Welcome, Carlos. Thanks for the great educational video on Wi-Fi. Now, Arthur C. Clarke has a famous quote that says that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. That's sort of like Wi-Fi, yeah?
Jason, that's absolutely true. Can you imagine living without Wi-Fi for a single day? We use Wi-Fi every day to work from home, to play, to study, for entertaining, for everything. It's a core technology that we use to transmit data, to connect with people, to share information, and to just entertain. So Wi-Fi is everywhere. And to me, it's even more than magic. It's personal. I have kids, but actually my family lives in Brazil. Wi-Fi is the only means I was able to find for my mom, who is 83 years old, who knows what Wi-Fi is, that can talk to my son, that was 7 years old, and they're both connecting over Wi-Fi. And so it's really a magical technology. And I'm really excited to be at Intel working at the forefront of Wi-Fi.
Now, you mentioned in your video that there's some new things happening in Wi-Fi, specifically around the 6 gigahertz band. What is this and why is it important?
Jason, spectrum is the lifeblood of wireless communication. Wireless could not exist hadn't been for spectrum. And so the more devices we have connected to the network, the more spectrum we need. We are just talking about the number of devices that are getting connected over Wi-Fi. And people are using Wi-Fi today for so many different applications. It's watching a video, it's playing a game, it's being in your conference call using Wi-Fi. More and more of these applications, we're going to need more spectrum. Up until 2 years ago, Wi-Fi had access to about 580 megahertz of spectrum. 2 years ago, the FCC made this momentous decision to allocate an additional 1,200 megahertz of spectrum in the 6 gigahertz band for Wi-Fi. Well, for unlicensed operation, where Wi-Fi is really the main technology. That essentially has tripled the amount of spectrum available to Wi-Fi. So now, in the US, we have a lot of possibilities to bring about new applications that are going to be using Wi-Fi. And we are very excited to be part of it and to actually be working with the regulators over the years to open up this spectrum for Wi-Fi.
So in the US, the FCC has opened up the full 6 gigahertz band, but what's going on in the rest of the world?
It's really a roller coaster. The process started in the US, and today it's percolating across the entire world. I remember the days when we would go to regulators to talk about how Wi-Fi was changing, how the demand for Wi-Fi was changing over time, and how we needed more spectrum. That all started 5 years ago. We spent 5 years working with regulators and the incumbents of this new spectrum, showing them how Wi-Fi could operate without causing interference. Fast forward 5 years in this new decision from the FCC. Now, all these studies that we have done, they're now available for the entire world. So now the countries around the world, including in South America, Brazil, Chile, also in Asia, Korea, Australia, Japan, they're all either already open or in the process of opening the 6 gigahertz band for Wi-Fi. And let me finish by also mentioning the EU. In Europe also, the 6 gigahertz band is also available for Wi-Fi. And so it's something that's really becoming available across the world. And Intel has really been instrumental working with regulators and our partners in taking the message to the market and to regulators that the spectrum could be open for Wi-Fi.
Let me switch gears and talk about product leadership. Now, if we look at Intel, Wi-Fi 5, Intel is first to market. Wi-Fi 6, Intel's first to market. Wi-Fi 6E, Intel's first to market. Next up is Wi-Fi 7.
Yes. And I usually like to say, in the case of Intel and Wi-Fi, that past performance is an indication of future success. At Intel, we are working hard at Wi-Fi 7 right now to really bring a leadership product in a few years. But, let me take a step back. Really, the goal of Intel is to bring the best PC experiences to users. Now, to deliver the best PC experiences, we need the best Wi-Fi. Why? Because Wi-Fi has 100% attach rate on PCs. That's the way that people connect to the outside world. So for every experience that you can imagine that relies on going beyond the PC device, you're going to use Wi-Fi. And so to deliver the best PC experiences, we need the best Wi-Fi. And, you can be sure that we are working hard at it to bring the best product to market.
So let's talk about the Industrial Internet of Things, or IIoT. Now, that covers everything from manufacturing to retail to medical and a host of other areas. In 2027, that's projected to be $263 billion, and Wi-Fi is going to be very important to that. What's Intel's strategy in this area?
It's a great question, Jason. At Intel, we want our Wi-Fi to be used across many markets. Today, the main focus for Wi-Fi, happens to be in the home, in the enterprise, hotspots. But, that is changing, as you said. Wi-Fi is widely used also in many other environments, including in industrial settings. And what we see happening now is what we sometimes call the fourth industrial revolution. And so at Intel, we really want to lead and power that evolution by, offering the best solutions at the client, at the edge, and the infrastructure. Specifically on Wi-Fi, the requirements for Wi-Fi operation in industry are not the same as you have in your home or in your office. You need to harden the devices because they typically operate at environments, that are more difficult to operate in terms of temperature and ruggedness. And so we are developing specific Wi-Fi for these type of environments that are going to offer not only the right operational characteristics for these environments, but also the right feature set. So our strategy is enable the industrial IoT market with the best Wi-Fi that can offer reliable and deterministic operation.
What most excites you about your field and the innovations in Wi-Fi that are going on at Intel?
I would summarize it in one word: possibilities. The new spectrum in 6 gigahertz, the highest speeds with Wi-Fi 7, the technological advances that we see happening today with Wi-Fi, and the fact that people are using Wi-Fi for nearly everything these days. That enables us to come with new experiences that will allow you to be using your devices in the home for home automation or playing a game or watching a video. And all that works in concert under your Wi-Fi network. It's also the fact that Wi-Fi can be used for more than just communication. It can be used to sense environments. We have Wi-Fi signals all over us today. Imagine being able to use Wi-Fi to detect how many people are in this room, how many people are in your house, whether you left your house, and while you're away, somebody opened a door. Wi-Fi can be used for all that. It's a lot more than just communication. All these possibilities, they really excite me. That's really what makes me be in this field and want to work with the best people in this field. So at Intel, we have the opportunity not only to create this market from the early days of Centrino, but today to be at the forefront of this technology.
So that is exciting. That's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on indeed. And look, it takes a lot of people to be actually bringing this technology to market. We work across the engineering organization, the business organization, the R&D, the standards organization, and really across the industry with partners, with certification bodies, with regulators, making sure that everybody's aligned, make sure that everybody understands the power of this technology and how it's really touching people's lives every single day. So this is a great time to be in this field. And I'm so happy to be in a company that is leading with the best products in the market today.
Thanks, Carlos. If you want to learn more about Intel and Wi-Fi or any of our other wireless solutions, check out intel.com/wireless. You can find that link and more in the description below.